Alright guys, so this review is going to be a little more laid back than usual. Just a quick casual chat about A Real Pain and my thoughts on it. Nothing too deep. Just a quick rundown of what worked, what didn't, and a bit of awards talk at the end.
Has he always been like this?
I love him, and I hate him,
What the flying jeez?
and I want to be him.
You used to cry about everything.
Yeah, it was awful. Who wants to cry about everything?
We're in a Holocaust tour. If now is not the time to grieve, I don't know what to tell you.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I finally got around to watching A Real Pain, Jesse Eisenberg's latest film, which he wrote, directed, and stars in alongside Kieran Culkin. This one got a lot of buzz, especially after its Oscar nominations and wins, so I just wanted to check it out for myself. Before we dive in, if you enjoy movie discussions, reviews, rankings, all that good stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment with your thoughts on A Real Pain. Did it work for you, or did it just feel a little safe? So the film follows two cousins, played by Eisenberg and Culkin, who travel to Poland to explore their family's history and travel to the home of their grandmother after her passing. Along the way, they reconnect, clash, and deal with their own personal baggage. So it's a buddy road trip movie, but with this introspective indie film edge. Let's start with the highlight of the movie, Kieran Culkin. I like him as an actor. He was one of the real standout characters in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and he's the real standout here. And while most of the comedy didn't have me laughing out loud, the moments that did give me a chuckle here and there mostly came from him. He's really great at playing this slightly unhinged but still oddly relatable guy, and it's obvious there's something deeper going on beneath this outgoing persona he puts on. And when the movie shifts into more dramatic territory, he most definitely delivers on that.
You know, Grandma never pitied herself. In fact, she always told me she was grateful for her struggle.
Well, that's just it. What she endured, that gave her hope, right?
Yes, in fact, she used to tell me that, like, first-generation immigrants work some, like, menial job. You know, they drive cabs, they deliver food. Second generation, they go to good schools, and they become, like, a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. And the third generation lives in their mother's basement and smokes pot all day. I mean...
She said that?
I think she was, like, just speaking generally about, like, the immigrant experience.
I lived in my mom's basement.
She was just talking about immigrants.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah. I got to pee. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll get that. Don't worry. PB time.
Jesse Eisenberg, on the other hand, does exactly what you'd expect him to do, playing this neurotic, awkward character. He's fine in the role, and while he does have one strong, standout dramatic moment, it doesn't really compare to what Culkin is bringing to the table. Visually, there are moments here where the movie really shines. Some of the locations in Poland are beautiful, and they add a lot of atmosphere to the movie. Now, moving into my mixed feelings, the story itself is very safe. It's a pretty standard buddy comedy with some heartfelt moments, but it doesn't do anything particularly new or unexpected. It's not a long movie, but even then, I think they could have trimmed about 3 minutes. Particularly near the end, there's this moment where they've completed their journey, and there's this awkward interaction with some side characters that doesn't really work tonally in the context of the scene. That said, there's nothing outright bad about the film. It's competently made, well acted, and easy to watch, but at the same time, I never really felt wowed by it. Now, let's talk about the Oscars. Kieran Culkin won Best Supporting Actor for this role, but honestly, was he really supporting? I mean, if anything, he felt like the main character here. Not that I'm really complaining, because he definitely deserves some sort of recognition for this performance, but it's just kind of funny to me how that category placement worked out. Then there's the Best Screenplay nomination, and look, the screenplay isn't bad by any means, but I don't really think it's particularly Oscar-worthy, so I don't really see it. It's a solid script, but there were way more creative and impactful screenplays that could have taken that spot, in my opinion. So overall, A Real Pain is a decent little indie film. It's well acted, especially by Kieran Culkin. It has some nice visual moments, and it's a fine watch, but it doesn't do much to stand out, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. But what do you think? Was this one of your favorites of the year, or did it just feel like another indie road trip movie? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the review, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I'll be back to my usual style in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.